Another Death Row production. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tyson, the next heavyweight champion of the world. Everybody else for.
Alrighty guys, what's going on? Welcome on back. It's the Empire. I'm your host Risky. It is Wednesday, July 29th. Looking back at yesterday, we do hit on our ladder plate. Our solo bet came through for us. Other than that, it was not a good day. The Phillies blew our first three-leg parlay. They lose 1-0. Then our second parlay, it was the Dodgers that did us in. Other than that, we could have had a really good day. The Dodgers and the Phillies, you guys could go play in traffic. Those guys really pissed me off yesterday. But you guys already know the rules. It's on to the next one. We got a full slate of baseball hammer on tap today. Got this video coming out to you super late. My bad, everybody. I hate when I do this. The odds, I hate playing the odds when it's so close to the game. But got the picks ready. Got everything ready. I'm going to speed through this one. Get straight to these picks. Guys, Outlier Sportsbook. The link is down in the description. Sign up with them. The first week is free. Also, at the end of the video, the 4 bets we'll be placing here today ourselves. With all of that being said, let's jump into it. Alright, the first game up, we got the Phillies in Miami taking on the Marlins. We got Luzardo on the mount for the Phillies. We got Gusto on the mount for the Marlins. Getting straight to the big determining factor in this game here today for me. We got Luzardo on the mount for the Phillies. The left-handed pitcher's been really good this season. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Marlins offense bottom 5 in the league versus left-handed pitching. On the other side, we got Ryan Gusto. This guy's not been good for Miami. Very hard hittable. His hard hit rate is sitting at 49%, averaging 1.2 home runs per 9. Struggling versus left-handed bats. I see him getting hit up in this one. Not to mention this Marlins bullpen, which has been a bottom 10 bullpen in the last 30 plus days, is completely taxed here today. I see the arms coming out the pen, giving up another bunch of runs. This game is down in Miami in the Dome, so no weather to sway anything. Let's get to the picks. The Phillies are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I'm playing them on the run line. The game total set at 8. I do like the over 8 total runs in this game. For the player prop, I'm taking Kyle Schwarber of the Phillies to hit a home run today. Alright, next game up, we got the Diamondbacks in Pittsburgh taking on the Pirates. We got Rodriguez on the mount for the D-backs. We got Jarrett Jones on the mount for the Pirates. Getting straight into this one, we got Rodriguez on the mount for the Diamondbacks. This guy's been really good for Arizona this season. The left-handed pitcher has a 2.60 ERA, 124 whip. Today he's going to be facing a Pirates lineup loaded with left-handed bats. He has very good splits versus lefties. Not to mention the Pirates are a mediocre lineup versus left-handed pitching. The last 6 left-handed pitchers they've seen, they're only batting .214 in those games, slugging .380. I see Rodriguez, who is a sinker ball pitcher, ground ball pitcher, coming out here today having a really good game, going about 6 innings, giving up a run. Before we get to the Diamondbacks bullpen, both of the bullpens are completely taxed. Both of the first 2 games of this series have gone into overtime. I do give the bullpen advantage slightly to the Diamondbacks, but early on, first 6-7 innings, I really give the advantage to Arizona. I like them. I'll put up a few runs on Jarrett Jones here today. They've been hitting right-handed pitching very well. My overall breakdown has Jones going 5 innings, giving up 2 to 3. Before we get to the Pirates bullpen, I'll come in and give up another run or 2. Looking at the weather, it's going to be a bit more on the pitcher-friendly side in this game. Got a small gust of wind blowing from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks. The Pirates are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like the Road Dogs in this spot. Playing the Arizona Diamondbacks here today on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like the under 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Corbin Carroll of the Diamondbacks for 2 total bases today. Next game up, we got the Blue Jays in DC taking on the Nats. We got Savage on the mount for the Jays. We got Zach Littell on the mount for the Nats. Getting straight into this one, looking at the matchup for Trey Savage here today. Well, you know what? The first thing I got to pay attention to when Savage is on the mount is his control. He has a terrible walk rate. He's averaging 4.8 walks per 9 innings. This guy reminds me a lot of Bubba Chandler from the Pirates. Throws a very good fastball, but does not have control over any of his other pitches. Here today, like I said, with that high walk rate, he's going to be seeing the best offense in the majors in the Washington Nationals. First leading the league in average versus righties, slugging, hard hit rate, everything versus right-handed pitching. They're leading the league coming into this game here today. I see Savage, who has a very low hard hit rate, having a decent game, going about 6 innings where he gives up 2 to 3 runs. Before we get to this mediocre Blue Jays bullpen, I see them coming in giving up another run or 2. On the other side with Zach Littell, I still see him struggling. I see him allowing a few runs here today, but bottom 10 Blue Jays offense versus right-handed pitching. The Blue Jays offense has not been good. I'm expecting Littell to come out here, have a similar start to Savage, where he goes about 5 innings, gives up 2 to 3 runs. I actually like this Nationals bullpen here today. They've been playing much better since the All-Star break. I actually like the arms available for them to come in, shut down these Blue Jays bats. It's going to be a bit more on the pitcher-friendly side when it comes to the weather in this game. 80 degrees, small gust of wind blowing from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks. The Blue Jays are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like the home dogs in this spot. Give me the Washington Nationals on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like that over 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking James Wood if the Nats hit a home run today. Alright, next game up, we got the Orioles in Detroit taking on the Tigers. Two left-handed starting pitchers in this game. We got Rogers on the mount for the O's. We got Skubal on the mount for the Tigers. Getting straight into this matchup, we got Trevor Rogers on the mount for the Orioles. Ever since he went on the IL early May, they brought him back. This guy has really turned it around. His last 7 starts, he has an ERA sitting at 3.05, whip sitting at 120. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Detroit Tigers lineup. The last 10 games they played versus left-handed pitching, this team is batting 208, slugging 350. They have been absolutely terrible versus left-handed pitching. I see Trevor Rogers, who's able to work the strikeouts, coming out here today, having a really good game, going about 6 innings, giving up a run. Before we get to the Orioles bullpen, they're in a really good spot here today to come in, probably give up another run or so, but nothing too crazy. Looking at the matchup for Skubal, Skubal's been dominant this season, especially in his home games. The one thing he is susceptible to, especially versus right-handed bats, is the home run. The hard hit rate versus right-handed batters this season sitting at 40%. The slugging numbers for righties versus Skubal is sitting at 405, so he is sustainable. He is susceptible to giving up the long ball. I could see 1 or 2 of these Orioles getting one off of him here today. My overall breakdown for Skubal, I see him having a quality start. I see him going 7 innings, giving up 2 runs. Before we get to this Tigers bullpen, really good bullpen, but I see them coming in, giving up another run. Looking at the weather in this game, it's going to be a bit more on the hitter-friendly side. We have 10 to 12 mile per hour winds blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Tigers are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I like the road dogs in this spot. Give me the Baltimore Orioles on the money line. The game total set at 8. I do like the under 8 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Pete Alonso of the Orioles for 2 total bases today. Next game up, we got the Brewers in San Francisco taking on the Giants. We got Trojan on the mount for the Brewers. We got Logan Webb on the mount for the Giants. Getting straight into the big determining factor in this game for me, it's going to be Logan Webb. He had a stretch of games towards the beginning of June where he had gotten back into form, looked like the old Logan Webb, but as soon as July hit, we started to see some regression from him. And his last 4 starts against teams like the Blue Jays, the Rockies, and the Mariners, he has an ERA sitting close to 6, overall whip sitting close to 170. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Brewers lineup with 7 projected left-handed bats. He's been struggling with lefties this season. Not to mention the Brewers are a top 10 team in the majors versus right-handed pitching. I'm projecting Logan Webb, a ground ball pitcher, got a pitcher for a lot of contact to get hit up in this game. My overall breakdown has him going about 5 innings, giving up 3 to 4 runs. Before we get to this Tax Giants bullpen, I see them coming in, giving up another run or so. This game is going to be out in San Francisco. It's going to be a bit more on the pitcher-friendly side here today. We got a strong gust of wind blowing from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks. The Brewers are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like them on the money line. The game total is set at 7.5. I do like the over 7.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Christian Yelich of the Brewers for 2 total bases today. Next game up, we got the Rockies in San Diego taking on the Padres. We got Hughes on the mount for the Rockies. We got Canning on the mount for the Padres. Getting straight into this one here. Doing the matchup breakdown, I see both of these starting pitchers, both Hughes and Canning, getting lit up. We saw in yesterday's game, Michael King got hit up by this Rockies lineup. I'm expecting Griffin Canning to have a similar outing, where he goes about 4 or 5 innings, giving up 3 to 4 runs. This Rockies lineup continues to hit right-handed pitching very well. On the other side, we got Gabriel Hughes on the mount, a highly touted prospect for the Rockies. He's looked decent through his first 4 starts up to this point, but he's overly reliant on that fastball here today. He's going to be seeing a Padres lineup. Since the All-Star break, they've been a top 10 offense versus right-handed pitching. The slugging numbers have really gone up. We're seeing the bats for Fernando Tatis and Jackson Merrill wake up. I'm expecting that to continue here today off of Hughes. I see him getting lit up in this one as well, going about 4 or 5 innings, giving up 4 runs. Before we get to this terrible Rockies bullpen, the worst bullpen in the majors. They're highly taxed. They used up a bunch of arms yesterday. I see the arm stats going to be available for the Rockies coming in this game, giving up another 2 to 3 runs. Looking at the weather in this one, a bit more on the pitcher friendly side. It's going to be about close to 75 degrees, small gust of wind, 3 to 4 mile per hour, blowing from the diamond into Reds to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Padres are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like the over 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Jackson Merrill of the Padres for 2 total bases today. Alright, next game up, we got the Guardians in Cincinnati taking on the Reds. We got Joey Cantillo on the mound for the Guardians. We got Brady Singer on the mound for the Reds. Getting to my big determining factor in this game, it's going to be Joey Cantillo. I do not like this spot for him. The left-handed pitcher, in his last 3 starts, we're really starting to see him get lit up. In his last 12 innings pitched, he's given up 9 runs overall. This is a guy, a left-handed pitcher who struggles with right-handed bats. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Reds lineup with a projected 7 right-handed bats in the lineup. Not to mention, they're top 5 in the majors versus left-handed pitching. Still, the slugging numbers are really high off of lefties. Cantillo has a hard hit rate sitting at 42%. I see him going about 5 innings, giving up 3 runs. On the other side, we got Brady Singer on the mound. This guy hit his switch towards the end of early June. In his last 10 starts, this guy has an ERA sitting at 2.50, whip sitting at 105. Here today, he's going to be seeing a lineup loaded with left-handed bats. He does struggle with lefties. My overall breakdown in this game, I like a bunch of runs to be put up. That is one thing I really like here today. I give the bullpen advantage, believe it or not, to the Reds late in this one. I actually like their arms a lot better than the arms that's going to be available for the Guardians. Looking at the weather in this game, Ballpark Pal has it rated as the second best offensive game on the schedule, plus 19 home run percentage. Let's get to the picks. The Guardians are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like the home dogs in this spot. Give me the Cincinnati Reds on the money line. The game total set at 9. I like the over 9 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Sal Stewart of the Reds to hit a home run today. Next game up, we got the Royals in Minnesota taking on the Twins. We got Dobnak on the mound for the Royals. We got Joe Ryan on the mound for the Twins. Getting straight into this one here, the guy that's going to be starting for the Royals, Dobnak, he's really been working out of the bullpen primarily this season. He is a contact pitcher, a guy that relies on a lot of contact for outs, walks a bunch of batters as well. Been struggling with his command, does not really have any strikeout stuff. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Twins lineup down Byron Buxton. He got hurt once again in yesterday's game, but this Twins lineup, we've seen them put up a bunch of runs without Buxton in the lineup before, especially versus right-handed pitching. I'm expecting them to get a few runs off of Dobnak here today. See him going about 4 innings, giving up 2 runs before we get to the back end of this Royals bullpen. Still one of the worst pens in the majors. We saw them blow the game yesterday in the bottom of the 9th. I see the arms coming out the pen once again, coming in this game, giving up another 2 to 3 runs. On the other side, we got Joe Ryan on the mound. He had that crazy bad start 2 weeks ago against the Guardians where he gave up like 6 home runs. Here today for him though, he's going to be seeing a Royals lineup. Complete opposite story. They struggled to hit the fastball this season. That is Joe Ryan's best pitch, throwing it over 45% of the time. Has really good strikeout stuff. This Royals team does strike out. They're towards the top of the league when it comes to striking out. I see Joe Ryan having a really good start here today. Go to about 6 to 7 innings where he gives up a run before we get to the Twins bullpen that's going to come in, give up a few runs themselves. Looking at the weather in this game, a bit more on the hitter friendly side. We do have a small gust of wind blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Twins are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 9. I do like the under 9 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Cody Clemens of the Twins to hit a home run today. Next game up, we got the Yankees in Chicago taking on the White Sox. We got Cam Schlittler on the mound for the Yankees. We got Davis Martin on the mound for the White Sox. Getting straight into this game here. This is going to be a really good pitching matchup. Cam Schlittler, Cy Young frontrunner for the AL on the mound for the Yankees, coming off a performance last week against the Phillies where he struck out 12 batters in 7 innings pitched. This guy has really good strikeout to walk ratio. Here today, he's going to be seeing a White Sox offense. Since the All-Star break, the offense has been really stagnant. They've been really inconsistent, especially versus right-handed pitching, who they've been dominating the whole first half of the season. The one thing, the one number or spot, I should say, that I really like for Cam Schlittler here today, this White Sox team, they're top 5 in the majors when it comes to strikeouts. Cam Schlittler's at his best when he's able to work the Ks. I see him having a dominant performance here today. Coming off a game last week against a Phillies team loaded with left-handed bats. Similar matchup from here today. Loaded with lefties. High slugging numbers, but they do strike out a lot. I see Cam Schlittler exposing the K's, having a really good game, going about 7 innings where he gives up a run. Before we get to this Yankees bullpen that's in a really good spot, I still see the arms coming in, giving up another run or so, but nothing too crazy. On the other side, we got Davis Martin. Started off the season, he was looking amazing, but in his last 5 starts, we've really started to see some regression. He has an ERA sitting at 5.20 in those games, hard hit rate sitting at 55%. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Yankees lineup that he saw last month. In that game, the Yankees put up 6 runs in 2 innings off of Davis Martin. Davis Martin does struggle with lefties. There's still no Cody Bellinger in the lineup, but you got Ben Rice, Trent Grisham at the top of the order, who match up really well against Martin. My overall breakdown, I see him getting hit up in this game before we get to a White Sox bullpen that's in a really good spot to come in and shut down these Yankees bats. Looking at the weather in this game, it's going to be a bit more on the hitter-friendly side. We have 5 to 6 mile per hour winds blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Yankees are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I like the over 7.5 total runs in this game. For the player prop, I'm taking Ben Rice of the Yankees to hit a home run today. Next game up, we got the Cubs in St. Louis taking on the Cards. We got Matthew Boyd on the mount for the Cubs. We got Dustin May on the mount for the Cardinals. Getting straight into this game here, Matthew Boyd's on the mount for the Cubs. He got back healthy. We're seeing him at full health now. In his last 4 starts, he has an ERA sitting at 2.70, whip sitting at 105. Here today, he's going to be facing a Cardinals lineup, bottom 10 offense versus left-handed pitching. As long as Matthew Boyd could come out here today, pitch around Jordan Walker, I could see him having a really good game. This Cardinals lineup did nothing offensively the first 2 games of this series. They haven't been doing nothing for the last, I want to say, 2+ weeks. Since the All-Star break, this team overall is batting .218, slugging .370. I see Matthew Boyd coming out here today having a really good start. I like the back end of this Cubs bullpen to come in and shut down these Cardinals lineups here today. On the other side, we got Dustin May. This guy's been really good. He had 1 or 2 blow-up starts this season, but overall, he's been really good this year. The one thing I'm paying attention to for Dustin May coming into this matchup is the hard hit rate, sitting at 42%. He does struggle a bit with lefties. He'll be seeing a good Cubs lineup. They have 5 to 6 projected left-handed bats in the lineup here today. The Cubs in the last 2 weeks versus right-handed pitching are batting .240, slugging .390. I'm expecting the Cubs to get a few runs off of Dustin May, maybe 2 or 3 before they get to the Cardinals bullpen, which will be the big determining factor in this game here today for me. I see the back end of this Cardinals bullpen coming in this game, giving up another 2 to 3 runs. Looking at the weather here today, it's going to be a bit more on the pitcher-friendly side. We have a small gust of wind blowing from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks. The Cubs are the betting odds favorites in this game, and I like them on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I like the under 8.5 total runs in this game. For the player prop, I'm taking Pete Crow Armstrong of the Cubs for 2 total bases today. Alright, next game up, we got the Red Sox in Sacramento taking on the Athletics. We got Sandoval on the mount for the Sox. We got Lopez on the mount for the Athletics. Getting straight into this game here, we got Sandoval on the mount for the Red Sox, highly touted prospect. He's only made a few starts up to this point, got lit up by the Rays last week. Here today, though, for him, looking at the matchup breakdown, he's going to be seeing an Athletics lineup that strikes out their top 5 in the majors. When it comes to striking out, Sandoval has really good strikeout numbers. Not to mention this Athletics lineup in the last 2 weeks versus right-handed pitching, only batting .211, slugging .390. Still down Langoliers, he's out for the season. Got Nick Kurtz back, but this lineup is not the same this season. There is no pop in it. I can see Sandoval, if he's working the K's, coming out here today, having a really good start, going about 5 innings where he gives up a run or 2 before we get to the back end of this Red Sox bullpen. They're in a really good spot here today to come in and shut down these Athletics bats. On the other side, we got Jacob Lopez on the mount. I don't know why. Every time, there's a few people, whenever I talk to them, they like this guy, Jacob Lopez. I don't. I think he's terrible. He could be good as a bullpen arm, situational pitcher, but as a starter, do not like the spot. He's going to be seeing a Red Sox lineup, top 10 in the majors versus left-handed pitching. Jacob Lopez hard hit rate coming into this game sitting at 44%. He averages 4.4 walks per 9 innings. This is a guy that only ever pitches 5 innings overall. I'm projecting him to get lit up in this game. Go about 4 or 5 innings, give up 3 to 4 runs before we get to this terrible Athletics bullpen. Not to mention they got they're highly taxed coming into it. The arms that's going to be available for the Athletics are definitely going to come in this game. Give up 3 to 4 runs. Looking at the weather, Ballpark Pal has this as the most offensive friendly game on the schedule. Let's get to the picks. The Red Sox are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on a run line. The game total set at 10.5. I like the over 10.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Contreras of the Red Sox to hit a home run today. Alright, final game of the day, we got the Mariners in Los Angeles taking on the Dodgers. We got Emerson Hancock on the mound for Seattle. We got Eric Lauer on the mound for the Dodgers. Getting straight into this game here, we got Emerson Hancock on the mound for the Mariners. Everything I'm reading from behind the scenes, it says, and it's projecting that Seattle will trade Hancock. With that being said, I don't know if they're going to leave him out there too long here today. I see him just having his regular start going about 5 innings. They'll probably pull him. They just want to have him have his showing here today, not throw him off his rotation spot. But overall, I don't like the spot for Hancock. His last 2 outings, the hard hit rate's been up. He's been struggling versus left-handed bats. We saw Shohei, the swings coming back for Shohei. He's starting to look a bit better offensively the last few games. I'm expecting Hancock to get hit up in this game. Go his regular 5 innings where he gives up 2 to 3 runs. Before we get to this Mariners bullpen, they've been playing shaky of late. I could see them coming in this game giving up another 2 to 3 runs. On the other side, we got Eric Lauer on the mound for the Dodgers. This guy's been good since coming over from Toronto. Today, he's going to be seeing a Seattle Mariners offense. They put up a bunch of runs yesterday. I think that's fool's gold. This is a terrible offense, especially versus left-handed pitching. This still is a bottom 5 offense versus lefties. Yesterday, they saw Warblowski, a sinker ball pitcher, a guy that pitches for a lot of contact. Today, they're going to see Eric Lauer, a guy that's trying to strike you out. That's when the Mariners struggle the most. They are top 10 in the league when it comes to strikeout numbers. If Lauer could work the case here today, I see the Mariners offense going right back to being cold. My overall breakdown for Lauer, he goes 6 innings, gives up 2 runs before we get to this Dodgers bullpen. They've been absolutely terrible for the last month. In the last 30 games played, they have a bullpen ERA sitting at 5.25, whip sitting at 1.60. I'm expecting the arms for the Dodgers from the Dodgers bullpen to come in this game, give up another run or so, but nothing too crazy. Looking at the weather in this game, hitter-friendly game. We have 6 to 7 mile per hour winds blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Dodgers are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 9.5. I do like the under 9.5 total runs in this game. For the player prop, I'm taking Max Muncy of the Dodgers for 2 total bases today. Alrighty guys, before we get up out of here, the 4 bets we'll be placing here today ourselves. Yesterday our ladder play came through for us to pay out $36.17, so today we'll be wagering that $36.17 on the Milwaukee Brewers on the money line. We're getting them at -120. This is our ladder play of the day. Next up, we have a 3-leg home run parlay we're playing here today. We're going to start it off with Kyle Schwarber of the Phillies. We're then going to play Ben Rice of the New York Yankees. And we wrap it up with Contreras of the Boston Red Sox, a $10 3-leg home run parlay. Next up, we have a 3-leg parlay we're playing here today. We're going to start it off with the Milwaukee Brewers on the money line. We're then going to play the Arizona Diamondbacks on the money line. And we wrap up the parlay with the Chicago Cubs on the money line. Next up, we have another 3-leg parlay we're going to play here today. We're going to start it off with the Philadelphia Phillies on the run line. We're then going to play the Minnesota Twins on the money line. And we wrap up the parlay with the Boston Red Sox on the run line. Alrighty guys, before we get up out of here, I just want to send my salutes out to you all. It's Wednesday, we're halfway there. You guys know I appreciate you all. I respect you all. Hope you all win some money here today. And I'm going to catch you on the next one.